Hey guys, what's going on? Kel back here once again, representing the 40k YouTube channel, bringing you another Warhammer 40,000 related news article. Today it's about something called fort building, Warhammer 40,000 style. I haven't looked at the article, so we'll review it together. I'm thinking it might have something to do with terrain. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. For those of you who are new to 40k, we post Warhammer 40,000 content every single day. Things like news, reviews, hints, tips, painting videos, battle reports, all that kind of stuff. So if you love 40k, give us a subscribe, give us a like and a comment, and we will greatly appreciate it. We're doing really well. Over the past month, we've gained over like 100 subs for like a small channel. It's really good, so thank you guys very much. Two new names have appeared on the subs list, so I'll give you a quick shout out now. So thank you very much to James Young and Jeremy Madwick for subbing to the channel. Thank you very much, guys. It really does mean a lot to me and Carl. It gives us a confidence boost every time a new name pops up. Every time the sub count goes up by one, it's really appreciated. And every time someone leaves a comment on the channel, that is also massively appreciated. So keep it up, guys. You're keeping me and Carl, keeping us going with positivity. Thank you very much. But with that said, let's get into whatever this article is called Fort Building Warhammer 40,000 style. Let's see what we got. We've all built forts in our youth, though maybe not quite to the same degree as Rogel Dawn did at his dad's palace. If you're a fan of supporting your glorious armies with a similarly glorious line of buildings or defensive emplacements, then you're going to love what we've got in store for you today. Let's take a look. Okay, interesting. And there's obviously some Tau fighting some Nids. I think the focus is more on the buildings and the fortifications that it stood on. Interesting. Wonder what this could be about. Building your fortifications. First things first, let's, just like everything else in a Battleforged army, you want to include some fortifications. Okay. You're going to need a detachment. Thankfully, the aptly named Fortification Network is available to cover all your fortification-based needs. What's more, the cost of including the detachment will even be refunded if the fortifications you include match the faction of your warlord. Okay. Fortification Network. Command points is 1 CP. Restrictions. You can only include one Fortification Network detachment in your army. Your warlord cannot be a unit in this detachment. Plus 1 command points if every unit in this detachment is from the same faction, and that faction is the same as your warlord's detachment. So a fortification is one is an automatic, and you can have up to 3. Okay. So it costs 1 CP, but you get it back if your warlord... I mean, why your fortification wouldn't be the same type as your warlord, I don't really know. So it's basically free, in my eyes, but you're getting fortification. Interesting. Of course, as terrain in their own right, many fortifications also come with selection of terrain traits. The specifics will be included in each faction's FAQs on launch day, so may offer additional protection and other bonuses to those tasked with defending them, and they'll start in your deployment zone too. Okay. What's the big deal with fortifications? You may be wondering what the purpose of including fortifications in your army might be. Well, not only do they look cool and reinforce the aesthetic of your army, but they come with unique and powerful abilities that can offer game-changing effects when properly utilised. Take the... what does this say? Sacristan Fordshire, for example. What is this big thing? I've got this, I think. I've got something very, very similar to it. Okay, so it looks like an AdMech kind of building, kind of construct. Okay, so what's the difference? In addition to sharing a sympathetic design with the rest of the Sector Mechanicus terrain so that it fits seamlessly into the range, it can also be used to perform a number of rites upon nearby Imperial knights. These effects allow them to repair, reload, or refuel. Okay, with each option offering a super useful bonus. So we've got Auto Sacristan. At the end of your movement phase, one Imperial Knight's vehicle from your army that is within an inch of this model can use the Forge Shrine's Auto Sacristan. Okay. If it does so, it cannot shoot or charge in this turn, and its attacks characteristics are reduced to 1. But you can then choose and resolve one of the following effects. So basically, you park up your knight and you can do one of these. The vehicle regains D3 lost wounds. If there is a tech priest or a tech marine from your army on the Forge Shrine, don't I keep saying that, Forge Shrine, and they have not used their ability to repair another vehicle this turn, they can aid in the ritual of repairing instead of using the ability this turn. If they do, the vehicle regains the full 3 lost wounds. Okay. Kind of a buff to tech marines and tech priests, right? Or ritual of reloading. If the vehicle is equipped with a shield breaker missile, it regains all shield breaker missiles it fired previously in the battle. Okay. If it is not, or if it has its full complement of shield breaker missiles, choose one weapon that the vehicle is equipped with. Not an heirloom or a noble houses. The next time it is fired, it always makes the maximum number of attacks, e.g. 2d6 weapon will fire 12 shots. That's pretty cool. But you can't shoot when it's parked up, so that's shooting in the next turn. So it's requiring you to think kind of a turn ahead, really. Okay. Or we have Rite of Refueling. Until the end of your movement phase, increase the move characteristics of the vehicle by 6 inches. A vehicle can only use an auto, whatever it's called, once per turn. Okay, but you've got to be within an inch of it. Interesting. A little bit something different. I wasn't expecting this, to be honest, but it's interesting. The Orcs have access to a building that is similar in principle, but it rather more ramshackle in appearance. The Mekboy Workshop, which is kind of bits here and there, big claws, an engine on a chain, drills and stuff, big pile of tyres. Okay, so what is this? Any Orc vehicle that swing by can upgrade by... any Orky vehicles that swing by can be upgraded by with a custom job with similar effects to the Forge Shrine, but with the added chance that the innovative Mekboy in charge can conjure up something extra special. And for 1 CP, you can have a custom job. Use this stratagem before the battle. Your army can have 1 additional custom job. All of the custom jobs that you include must be different and must be given different units. Okay, right. These are cool and interesting. If you serve the Dark Gods, we've got the Noctilith Crown. Okay, will be well suited to your infernal purpose. It's a Stargate. This is a full-on Stargate, a Chaos Stargate. If you people who've watched Stargate, you can't look at that and tell me it's not a Stargate. Come on, look at it. A Stargate with chains and spikes. As well as its unholy energies confounding enemy psychers, making them suffer perils of the warp on any roll of a double. When making a psychic test, its loathsome aura will protect chaos units of every description that are in the proximity. That's handy, or even technically, for sheltering a firebase of ranged units. So what we got here? We've got the loathsome aura. Chaos units have a 5+ invulnerable save, while they are wholly within 6 inches of the model. In addition, you can re-roll psychic tests for chaos psychers while they are within 6 inches of the model. At the start, the second or third battle rounds, the range of both these aura's abilities increased by 3, i.e. 12 in the second battle round and 12 in the third and subsequent battle round. Okay. So basically, the aura grows 3 inches with every turn. That's cool. Out of the 3 of them, this is probably the best one. A 5 open vulnerable save, re-roll psychic test, and the aura gets bigger. That's pretty decent. The advanced technology of the Tau Empire have given them the means to take the notion of mobile defense to a whole new level. Their Tidewall shield line, drone port, and gun rig can actually move. God, what madness is this? Just when it seems your opponent's murderous horde of Tyranids is about to overrun your position, you can casually and aggressively reform your defense line, even as your fire warriors continue to gun down enemy in droves. Mobile defense platform. If a friendly Tau Empire infantry unit is embarked on a tidewall shield line or a tidewall defense platform at the beginning of your movement phase, you can move the tidewall shield line or defense platform in the movement phase. Neither a shield line nor a tidewall defense platform can advance a charge. But how far does it move? Oh my god. Movable terrain per turn. This is mental. I think we have the Space Marine one. Planning permission authorized. While we've discussed fortifications, we couldn't resist showing a few highlights from the databases of the upcoming units for the Space Marines and Necrons. First up, the Hammerfall bunker, which we have reviewed before. This is a cracking looking model. Big rockets, big flamers, nice and square. I love it. Right, so we showed the profiles for its souped up, in fact, Super Fang and Super Krag, no less, missile launcher already. But you'll surely have noticed all the guns sprouting in every direction. These rapid deployment bastions are the ultimate area denial assets, as their automated guns blaze away at every enemy unit within charge. Approach this murder bunker of doom at your peril. Okay. Defense array. In your shooting phase, each time this model is selected to shoot, its Hammerfall heavy bolter array or its Hammerfall heavy flamer array can target and resolve attacks against every eligible enemy unit. Okay. Each time this model fires Overwatch, it only resolves attacks with its weapons against the charging units, but when doing so, the type of its heavy bolter array is changed to heavy 6 and its the type of its Hammerfall heavy flamer array is changed to 2d6. That's pretty good. That's cool. So if you plop this in the middle, like a shootable terrain piece, and let people just come at it, this is going to mow things down. Heavy 6, heavy 2d6 auto hits. But how many 2d6? So a flame array is 2d6, but how many flame arrays does it have? Is the left side one array, the right side another one, and then so on and so forth? That'd be interesting. We need to have more details about those to see how good they're going to actually be. Next up is the imposing Convergence of Dominion. Convergent Dominion. I like how in this one all three models are slightly different. One's got more stone than the middle, and then one's like fully exposed metal. I like that. The first thing to bear in mind with this building is that it comprises 3 constituent star stells, part pylon, part waystone, and all awesome, which can be set up to cover quite a large area in the battlefield. And we've got Convergence of Dominion. When this unit is set up on the battlefield, its models do not have to be set up in unit coherency. Instead, each model can be set up wholly within 12 inches of one another, of one other model from this unit. From that point on, each model in this unit is treated as a separate unit. Okay, cool. And you've got a Convergence of Dominion nearby. Your Necrons needn't worry much about combat attrition, as they'll be adding 2 to the leadership characteristic within 6 of any of these. That's leadership 12 on average, if you're keeping count. Wow, that's impressive. While your enemies will face the wrath of their trans-dimensional abductors. And trans-dimensional abductors, range 12. Assault D3, strength 4, AP minus 3, and a flat 3 damage. That's tasty. The Necrons, to me, are looking so more appealing than the Space Marines. I shouldn't really say that as a proud follower of the Emperor, but can't lie, they are to me. What's more, if you're looking to expand the borders of your powers, you can even take a Star Steel with you. Simply task a Cryptech with the job of moving one of these nodes, and through the mysterious and hyper technology, you can move a Star Steel right where you need it for maximum impact. Okay, so the protocols. While there are Star Steel units from your army on the battlefield, Cryptech units in your army can attempt the following action, as described in the Warhammer 40,000 core book. Activate translocation protocols. At the end of your movement phase, one friendly Cryptech unit from your army that is within 3 inches of any Star Steel units can start to perform this action. The action is completed at the end of your turn. Once completed, select one of those Star Stereo units and remove it from the battlefield. In the reinforcement step of your movement phase, that Star Stereo unit back up on the battlefield anywhere that is more than 9 inches away from enemy models. If the battle ends and that Star Stereo unit is not in the battlefield, it is destroyed. Okay. Well, today may mark the end of our Faction Focus series in Warhammer 40,000 previews, but that's definitely a silver line. And Indominus goes up for pre-orders tomorrow, which is today, actually. That's right, the wait is almost over. We'll be able to pre-order the best Warhammer 40,000 box set we've ever made, and just one more sleep. Set your alarms. We have the feeling that this is going to be a popular release. Until then, let us know how you're looking on the Warhammer 40,000 Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter using hashtag #New40k. But as always, guys, instead of doing that, leave your comments here with me and Call. We love your comments. We reply to every single one, and they're greatly appreciated. But yeah, what do we think, guys? What do we think on these fortification rules? Some of them are good. Little tidbits that we've got are good, but I would like to see the full loadout before I make my final mind up. The Necrons are winning up to now, followed by probably the Chaos one. The Chaos one is really good, to be honest. Maybe the Chaos one's winning. But what do you think, guys? Anyone going to get some of these? Anyone planning on utilising them in any sort of sneaky ways? Let me and Call know. If you're new to 40 Call, like I say, we post out Warhammer 40,000 content every single day, like this. News, reviews, hints, tips, reviews, painting videos, battle reports, all sorts, army reviews, everything. So if you're into Warhammer 40,000, subscribe to the channel, guys, and you won't be disappointed. We do loads of videos, loads of talk, and loads of comments every day. Join the channel, have some fun. But that's going to be it, guys. Like I've said several times, leave your comments from me and Call, and we'll read over every single one. But this is Kel signing out for 40 Call, saying stay safe, look after each other. Until next time, guys, we'll see you all later.